Discuss utility cryptocurrency, and I'm going to discuss why I preach what I practice, holding utility crypto on cold storage wallets, and why I say that me doing this puts me in a position of creating generational wealth, because the new monetary system is getting rolled out. There's no question about it. So I'm just going to do a few screenshots. I'm going to discuss a few things and explain more in detail why I say get your crypto off the crypto exchange brokers, and talk about CBDCs, central bank digital currency, and UBI. Because if you're using CBDCs and UBI, even though the IRS knows about I'll show you in a moment, what I hold on my cold storage wallets, they don't have control over it. That's the whole point. I'm my own central bank. And I've been doing this for years. Let me get to it. CBDCs is a digital form of a country's fiat currency. A nation's monetary authority, or central bank, issues a CBDC, which promotes financial inclusion and simplifies the implementation of monetary and fiscal policies. Okay, the point is, CBDCs is a country's fiat currency. CBDCs will replace the money that we know today. And it can be digitally tracked because it's a digital asset. You can't hide anything under the table. You can't say cash price, credit card price, debit card price, which usually include fees. It's going to replace a country's fiat currency. And right now, the United States dollar is the world's reserve currency. We're going to lose that really soon. And so many people have no idea. They're clueless. Now let's talk about universal basic income, a government program in which every adult citizen receives a set amount of money regularly. Before I lose track, when you receive that type of money, there will be an expiration date on it. They want you to spend the money back into the economy. They don't want you to save it, because then you can create, you can save, you can leave money to your family members or friends. You can create generational wealth. They don't want that. Not educating yourself and not taking action to learn how to buy utility crypto. I know there's a lot of other cryptos out there, but I'm speaking specifically about a use case crypto that was created for more financial institutions. We're retail investors, and I have utility crypto on here that wasn't made for retail investors. This gives me freedom. This gives me freedom. This is a ledger. Gives me freedom. Okay? I don't want to get off track too much. UBI. What is universal basic income? Universal basic income is the concept of a government program in which every adult citizen receives a set amount of money regularly. The goals of a basic income system are to alleviate poverty and replace other need-based social programs that potentially require greater bureaucratic involvement. The idea of universal basic income has gained momentum. Okay. It's I just, because I'm doing more research, I'm understanding it more. All those government programs, they're going to no longer exist because you're going to receive, there are many people out there, the poor will live off of universal basic income. Even if you're working, you have to understand that the idea of universal basic income has gained momentum in the US as automation increasingly replaces workers in manufacturing and other sectors of the economy. I could dig deeper. You could do your own research to learn more about it. But like, I invest in robotics because I see more jobs not being available to humans in the fast food industry. Many people might look down at that, but there's a huge majority of people who work 40 and 50, 60-hour weeks in the fast food industry. They get benefits. They get a lot of perks. It's their livelihood. We're going to lose more of those jobs. I already know it. And I'm someone who was raised in the restaurant business, and I've been paying attention to automation getting rolled out into the food industry. And it's something that I really do enjoy researching and learning more about. I'm watching it roll out, and that's why I invested in it, because I believe in it. And I also believe that at least half people that are working today won't be working in the next couple of years. I don't think it's 5 or 10 years away. I feel it's more like 2 to 3 years away. And, 5 years tops, half the fast food jobs are gone. Where are those people going to go? Where are they going to go? I struggle to develop new skills and create something from nothing. Maybe I didn't go down the traditional route, but I also struggled to develop those skills and become very confident. And I have 21st century skills. I already use AI to produce content, and I invest in AI. Okay, let me move forward. I don't want to talk too much, so we discussed that. This cointracker.io. This is something I didn't really discuss in my last video. I use this. I use this when I complete my tax return, because it shows all my transactions from all my wallets. Well, I'm going to add I have a baby one that I don't think I put on there. I'm going to do it again. I'm only going to get better. But when I say the IRS knows that I have utility crypto on these cold storage wallets, it's an open source ledger. They can easily find my wallet addresses, but they're not going to take this away from me. If I have to rely on UBI, Universal Basic Income, and only have CBDCs, all my money is controlled by the government. Not when it's on this. Not until I get it onto an exchange to transact, get into my accounts. I feel some of the exchanges, the crypto exchanges, will soon become future banks. Especially like Ripple. I could go on and on about that, but I don't want to go too deep. But I want people to understand why I feel I put myself in an amazing position. When people thought I was doing nothing, people thought if they knew that I was doing this, she's out of her bird. She don't know what she's talking about. She's going to lose it. She's going to lose all the money that she invested. No, I'm not. Because 80% of the crypto I own is utility. It has use case. It's already linked to financial institutions. It's already linked to, financial institutions like Visa and MasterCard and banks. I'm in. I will never just live off of UBI. I will never just rely on CBDCs, because unless I need to use it to transfer it so I could live. I put myself in a much better position for the future. So when I say the IRS knows about all my wallet addresses, it don't matter because they can't take it from me. This is mine. But they could control it if I only use digital assets on crypto exchanges and in banks, CBDCs, universal basic income. They have full control. They could turn on and off a switch. They don't have to give you any money. You could struggle. Everything's going to be digital. What people most are even not aware of, and the few people that kind of are aware, need to get on board to this before it's too late. Put yourself in a better financial position because you're going to get screwed. I don't care if you get your paycheck as a doctor, as a nurse, as an accountant. You work for the state, you work and you build the roads, you're getting your paycheck in digital. CBDCs. The government controls that. You don't. Learn how to use cold storage wallets. Get your utility crypto, use case crypto on a cold storage wallet. Nobody controls you then. This is the future of the financial system. This is the future money. You see this? XRP scan. Now I need to learn more about these things, but this is an open ledger. Anybody can see any transaction. Anyone can track. There's no hiding money anymore. No more cash deals. Those days are soon to be over. They're over. Do you hear me? They're over. Any transaction globally shows up on this. Here's another one. I'm learning, guys. Lumenscan.io. I think that's Stellar Lumens. Well, you know what? These are trades. I'm sorry. That wasn't a very good example. Trades. But then you have ledgers that are moving stuff around. I have a lot to learn. But I get it. It's open source. There's no hiding it anymore. There are no more cash deals. I didn't understand everything that went down with the 2008 crash. I really was clueless. I was going to become, if anybody knew me then, they would say she's a part of the poor, the future poor. People thought I was just rotting away in my little apartment, gaining no knowledge, no education, no financial education, no skills, no nothing. I was. I sensed it. I felt it. So all these transactions are open source. They're on the web. There's no hiding it. In 2008, that's why all the greedy people with control, they freaked. Because they knew they couldn't hide the transactions anymore. Or maybe with a financial education savvy and maybe some dishonesty. I'm sure there's a legitimate way of protecting assets, but like hiding money, I guess hiding money is illegal. You know, I have to learn. But you get what I'm saying. That's why they freaked, because they knew it would become harder. They knew that their good old days were over. They're over. You can't hide it. Etherscan.io, just another example. Transactions by the seconds, baby. Fractions of seconds. You can look anything up. This one, BSC scan, I was really digging deep. I have a lot to learn. Oh, decentralized, I was looking at that. Etherscan again. What else do I have? Oh, Polyscan. See, I'm learning. I see the scan, polyscan.com. On that, I guess on that blockchain, you can review every transaction. You can't hide it. It's digital. It's digital assets. It's digital currency. It's digital transactions. There's no, cash jobs on the side. That's going away. Now, with all the channels that I watch, and I mean, I watch many channels, but I remember specifically Ninja, Economic Ninja, Economy Ninja. I forget off the top of my head his exact channel. He was saying all the apps, the cash apps that you receive money in, and moving things around. They're going to be, they're going to be followed. People can trace them. The government can trace you. That's going away. It's going away. The $600 or more stuff and receiving payments in apps like Zelle. I think it's Zelle. There's a couple of people I Zelle with occasionally. Well, they're going to be all tracked. They're all tracked already. But if somebody wanted to pay me in Zelle right now, if it's under $600, I don't have to pay taxes on it. But that's going to change in the future. So I could go on and on. I wanted to discuss it a little more. Why it's so vital to understand that you don't want to be living off of UBI. As long as you're getting paid in UBI or getting paid with CBDCs, you have no control over your finances. You have no control over your future financial security. The only way you're going to have control, and I believe this to be true, I'm learning, guys. If I'm wrong, I'll leave the comments open. Please tell me. But the only way you're going to have full control over your finances, your future finances, utility use case. Stock up on these cold storage wallets. Get them off their exchanges too, because it can be blocked, it can be stopped, just like a bank. The crypto exchanges could just close down. They could just shut everything down. Websites crash. At least you have a backup. I have a few of these. I have one of these. I was thinking of getting one more soon. I want to have more. I want to try other wallets soon too. I'm getting there. I want many. I want full control over my money. I don't want someone to tell me that that's going to expire. That's big here, and I believe that's true. All the money, all the digital money I have on these cold storage wallets, they're not going to expire. No one's going to tell me I got to put that back in the economy. I have 30 days to do it. No, you have to understand, they're going to control the poor. That's why the middle class is getting wiped out. It's going to be the poor. I feel the poor, the rich, and the wealthy. And then you have the 1%. Get your use case utility crypto on cold storage wallets. Leave it there. Study more. Learn about the new monetary system. Protect yourself. Don't let someone control you. Once they have control over your money, the next thing is the little chip in your brain. You know what I mean? They're going to get you good. You're not going to have any freedom. They could tell you, the government can tell you you can't buy that with that digital currency, that UBI, that CBDC, because we said so. We feel you don't deserve it. You don't deserve to have that. We don't care if you want it. That's the freedom you're going to lose. We're already losing cash freedom. But people who deal with cash should educate themselves about this, because this is the future of cash. Nobody can control you. You are your own central bank. Do the homework, become confident, protect your assets. Oh, and by the way, I think somebody was messing on my other video. Never share your seed phrase. I think that was just a test. Somebody can't think that that's, whoever wrote that, you should take that down if that's true. You never share your seed phrase. I will never assume someone's, I don't want to insult anyone because I didn't understand. And now I do. And look how far I've come. So that's that. Okay, guys, until the next video clip. I hope you learned something. Here we go. We're entering the future.